Hi everyone. Today I'm excited to bring to you my second Mother's Day gift, live stream. I'm going to make a hydrangea door hanger for my mother-in-law for Mother's Day. She gave me a compliment on one that I had hanging on my door when she'd come over recently, and I thought that would be the perfect opportunity to make her something that I know she will enjoy. So I decided to, of course, I'm going to cater to her preferences, obviously, because it's a gift for her. So I'm making it in her favorite colors, which she really likes yellow. So I'm going to do yellow and white hydrangeas. I'm still going to keep it with burlap. The previous ones that I've made have had burlap in them. I have a purple one behind me that I can show you real quick, but then I also have a multicolor one, and then a green one I also have out in my own home. I've done half of the project so far. That way I can show you the main meat of the piece, so as you can see how easy it is, and then just how simple and how super cute they turn out to be. So just give me one sec to make sure you guys can see my workspace. Okay, and here I'll show you what the end product looks like. I have a purple one behind me. That's this guy right here. So here, this is a purple one that I've made previously. You usually have 4 hydrangeas hanging. This is obvious. This is one of the first ones I made. This is a really thick burlap strip. It's really wide. If I had to say, it's double this. I folded it in half and I glued it on the back so you can kind of see the seam in order to make that look a little more like ribbon. On this particular project, what we're going to do is I bought wired ribbon that looks, it's a burlap ribbon, and I bought it at Hobby Lobby a while ago, but this is one of the ones they have all the time there. You see here, it's a burlap ribbon. It's wired, and it's actually the perfect width of what I need it to be, so I don't have to fold in half or do any cutting. A lot of times when you cut burlap, it unravels very quickly, so then at that point, you don't have a lot of mess. You're not breathing it in. I just learned recently that apparently burlap is extremely bad for you. It can get into your lungs. Some people go to the hospital. If you work a lot with burlap, they tell you to wear a mask. I decorate my Christmas tree with burlap every single year for a very long time. So far, so good for me. I mean, I'm not cutting it, but, you know, little fibers come off in the air all the time, but burlap is so pretty. I absolutely love it. So, note to self, when I'm putting my garland on my Christmas tree, I'll probably need to go get one of those little dust masks. But this particular ribbon is, I don't know if I bought it at Christmas time or if I bought it at fall at Hobby Lobby, but they always put these larger, larger rolls of ribbon out during the holidays. This is 30 feet. I tend to not buy ribbon unless it's a large spool. Most of the time, all the other ribbons I buy, if they're not on sale locally, then I'll get them on like craftoutlet.com or Mardi Gras. Mardi Gras is not a big one, but there's Craft Outlet, and then hold on, let me see. I've got some invoices right here. I do craftoutlet.com and Papermart. Then there's also Creative Gift Packaging. Those guys, Papermart gives you a return on how much you buy from them. And again, I'm just one of your regular crafters. I don't have, this isn't a business for me. I just love to do it. So I don't have a wholesaler's license. I don't have a business license. I buy from wherever I can buy without the requirement of wholesale. I would love to get wholesale, but sometimes that's not possible. Plus, I never get projects that big yet, I say. That is my goal eventually, but for now, those websites are probably the best place to go to get certain ribbons. The ribbon I have today, I bought locally at Hobby Lobby and Michael's. So that's this Hobby Lobby ribbon is what we're using for the main streamers, the streamer part. And then I also found this ribbon with a really pretty yellow stripe down the middle for my mother-in-law. I got this at Michael's. They were doing 40% off. So I grabbed this guy here, and this is actually a pretty big spool for Michael's. It's 25 feet, especially for it not being Christmas or fall. When they bring out bigger spools, this is just their spring collection. So I was really excited to get a good deal on 25 feet of ribbon at Michael's. Plus it has the perfect yellow shape that will go good to make the bow at the top for my mother-in-law's gift here. Now the hydrangeas are on 2.5-inch styrofoam balls. They come in a 6-pack. You can get them pretty much anywhere. This pack I bought at Michael's also. I had an extra 20% off coupon a while back, so I'll usually buy 2 or 3 6-packs there in a bag. 2.5-inch styrofoam balls. And then this is the hanger portion, which will be a mason jar ring. I took the middle piece out, and it's just the top of the mason jar ring. And this particular one I showed you in the back here, I covered that ring with burlap. It was a little difficult. It looked a little bulky towards the end, and I wasn't really a fan of it. So I did make a smaller green one for myself, which I have pictures of on my Facebook page as a trial run. Then I made another one that I plan on putting on my Etsy to sell. But I like leaving the mason jar ring clear, bare. I like the way it looks. Again, it's a cute little like farmhouse, country, or just... what's another, like shabby chic, if you want to go with that. So I'm leaving the mason ring as it is. I don't know the size of these because I bought some jelly jars to make into candle holders a long time ago. So these are all extra lids that I hadn't used. So if I measure it, if I had to take a guess, it's about 3 inches wide. I mean, you can get, there's wide mouth jars. I have those. Those are actually my drinking glasses in my kitchen. They came with lids also. I have all those lids out in my kitchen just in case I need to close them. But this isn't a wide mouth. This is just a smaller little skinny jelly jar. They have like a little diamond pattern on them. So these are the lids that I'm reusing from that way. Waste not, want not, right? Plus, you can also buy these in a 12-pack. I saw them on Amazon. They come like in a 12-pack for, what I found on Amazon was like $7.50. So it ends up working out to like 62 cents a ring. And then you still have this solid metal piece in the middle that you're not using. And there's endless opportunity to figure out what you want to do with those. So that's what we're going to hang it on. So to begin last night, I started only half of it so that this live stream wasn't too long. My other 2 live streams were about an hour and a half, and I wasn't sure. I hadn't gotten any feedback yet, but I wasn't sure if people were really wanting something that long. I still have yet to have a few people chime in, so if you join and you want to say hi or tell me where you're from or have any questions, or during the entire process while you see something or you have ideas or tips, tricks, and like I like to say, we always learn from each other. Ideas are never frowned upon. We always share, so especially in the crafting world, you learn a lot from each other. So this particular instance, I have seen this tutorial done by, her name's Julie Samaka with Southern Charm Wreaths. I've followed her page for a while now, and she does a lot of really cute things. Her tutorials are extremely easy, and I felt that there were a lot of people that I knew that also wanted to see how it's done. I'm doing my own twist on things. I'm not doing things exactly how she has seen them or she has done them, but she's been a big inspiration and a big help in how I'm going to process and do things today as well. So with getting started, the 2 streamers, because you're doing 4 balls of hydrangeas, you're going to feed them through the loop here. So you have to start with cutting 2 strips of ribbon. So once we're finished, I've already done one side, we're going to feed them through like this, but not just yet. So the first strip for the 2.5-inch hydrangea I have here, the 2.5-inch styrofoam ball where we put the flowers on, the first one I cut was 3 feet long, and then the second was 4 feet, because I want them to hang just a little bit off center from each other, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4 when it's hanging on the door. So the flowers I also got at Michael's. I got these stems here. Hydrangea, I got yellow and white. They come in white. Oh, I got, right now Michael's has them in all kinds of colors. So I got yellow and white. I overbought because I did not know how many I would need, which is always safer than sorry, because if you buy less and then you need more and they don't have them, you're going to have to figure out how to kind of space things or maybe even just change your whole idea. So these particular stems, they are built a little bit different than the bushes. If you see on the back here, I've actually cut them off at each one of these little pieces here. And I used my wire cutters to do that. So I literally just took at it and I just started snipping off the backs of them. And then that's how you get all these little pieces that you can see over here I have on my table. Here's all my yellows, and then here's all the white. And then this is pretty much what it looks like on the back after you've clipped it. So you take this guy and you just really have at it, clip it, and then you have all your single pieces. So I have 2 styrofoam balls here. We're going to put one on each end of what we have hanging here. So I got the one started last night, so we're going to do this now. The problem is, make sure you put your mason jar ring on first, because once you do this, you can't get this styrofoam ball, even though it has nothing on it. It won't fit through this ring. So you have to make sure you remember to feed this side through your mason ring first. And it's all gonna flop around. You're only gonna be working on this piece for now, but it's all gonna flop around on your table. So we push this off to the side, and I'll get started on what we're doing here. I also have a couple floral picks. These you can get in big boxes or big bags anywhere. Michael's, Hobby Lobby, all that. You can buy them online, Amazon. Pick a place, pretty much any craft supply or floral supply or anywhere you can get artificial stems, they'll have these. So I've got a couple floral pins here too. So I'm going to start by, make sure you guys can see. Let me push this down a little bit more. How's that? Okay. So you start by taking this, and I'm going to fold it into just like a little point here. You see how I did that? So on the back, I've taken the corners and I've brought them in. And you're going to basically put a little dab of glue right here and hold it to create this point. So, just grab that. And this is the part that we're going to glue to the styrofoam ball. So I just use the styrofoam ball to hold it. That way you don't burn yourself. Because after the live stream last week, when you guys watched me make this guy back here on the door behind me for my mother for Mother's Day, after the live stream, I decided to add the greenery to it. I felt it needed just something else, so I added the greenery to it, and I put some more pictures. They're also on my Facebook page. And while that was happening, I burnt myself with the glue gun, which I have done many times before, but this one was pretty bad. So, if you're squeamish, censor, spoiler, or whatever you want to call it, don't look. But do you see this guy right here? That's a week old. And it's pretty painful. It's actually healed up pretty good. I haven't popped it. I didn't want it to. And I got through work all week without anything happening to it. And I'm actually used to it now. But yeah, that one was pretty bad. And I'm also glad it didn't happen while I was on Facebook Live. So it happens. It's happened many times before. So either you learn or you don't. And so far, I guess I haven't. But things happen. So now I'm going to hold this guy. I'm just going to